Life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making. Copy and paste pretty faces all the time. Pictures so perfect we play.
Hello wonderful people, welcome back again to Anointed Lady TV, the home of news and politics. And we drop news every day, and we also react to every videos that comes our way. If it is your first time in this channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you are returning subscribers, we appreciate you for your massive support, and we say may God richly bless you all for supporting this channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please kindly smash on the subscribe button, put on the bell so you get to know anytime we drop a new video. I have a video to present to you this very moment, and I will be watching that video with you. And after watching, let's drop our opinion constructively at the comment section, like our videos, and also share our videos if possible. Bye for now.
On the issue of the readiness of the commission, we are ready for this particular election, and we've been working assiduously to make sure that we get all our processes and procedures ready to conduct a very good election. And based on some of the challenges in Anambra State, the electoral officers at the level of the local governments have been meeting with the critical stakeholders at the local level and engaging them in relation to what is going on in their various local governments. The resident electoral commissioner has also been engaging all the other stakeholders, including traditional rulers, religious leaders, leaders of civil society groups and organizations, and the media, towards sensitizing them on what we are doing in relation to the election. And as all of you know, the conduct of election is a multi-stakeholder venture. It is not the responsibility of a single agency or a single organ of government. The responsibility of the commission is to organize, undertake, and supervise election, while the Nigerian police, as the lead agency in relation to election security, we secure the environment, the electoral environment, together with all the other security agencies. The political parties also have a role to play in mobilizing their supporters, in also making sure that in their campaigns and their rallies that they observe some level of decorum and they do not do anything that is unwholesome that will create panic or create an atmosphere of fear and anxiety in the minds of the people. And so we are going to continue to work in terms of carrying all the critical agencies along. The commission at the appropriate time will go and review its state of readiness in Anambra State, and also will also engage all the critical stakeholders in Anambra State before that particular election. So we remain confident that with our processes and procedures that we are getting it right, and that we are going to conduct a good election in Anambra State. On the issue of where we store our electoral materials, and I think that this is where the Inec press corps comes in. There are certain issues and certain things that the political parties may not even know, but the Inec press corps is aware of it. This commission and previous commissions have always had what we call zonal stores. Zonal stores in different parts of the country, where we store more sensitive election materials. After every election, we engage in what we call reverse logistics. We reverse the materials we used in the conduct of elections back to the local governments, back to the state offices, and sometimes back to our zonal stores. Election materials, critical election materials, including non-sensitive materials, are not procured across the road or off the shelf. No, you don't procure them across the road or off the shelf. And because of the nature of the work we do, we have to also observe all the procurement processes before an election. So when contractors supply biro, when they supply sellotape and some other materials, we store these materials in our zonal stores. There's a zonal store servicing all the states in the south, south, and the southeast. There is a zonal store servicing all the states in the northwest and north central. So when we have the election in Magama-Rijau, some of the non-sensitive materials, we just move them from the zonal store to the state. And that was what we were trying to convey in relation to the election in Anambra State. Because our offices were burnt, our stores were burnt, and we did not have where to store some of these critical materials. And we informed the nation that as at the day our facilities were burnt in Anambra, that we had delivered 50% of the non-sensitive materials to Anambra State. So those 50% had to be replaced, and we need to replace them from our zonal stores. But as I informed you, we have completed the stores that were burnt. So in the next few days, we are going to move some of these non-sensitive materials from our zonal stores, both from our zonal store in the headquarters, our zonal store servicing the northwest and north central, and from our zonal stores servicing the south, south, and southeast to Anambra State. And then from there, we batch the materials to the local governments. But let me make this very clear. This commission is an umpire, and this commission is also a regulator. We regulate the political parties, and the political parties will not be allowed to regulate us. Section 160 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria gives the commission the power to design its own procedure and regulate itself in terms of the way we want to organize, undertake, and supervise elections. So I think that the media has a responsibility to advise the political parties to concentrate on their campaigns, concentrate on mobilizing voters, and also make sure that they do not do anything that will raise tension in the various states. As a commission, we are determined that only the votes of the people will count. The vote will be the only source of truth in relation to who wins the Anambra election. Propaganda will not do it. On the issue of the other issue, one of our colleagues here said that I raised the issue of a constitutional crisis. This commission does not envisage any constitutional crisis in Anambra State, because we believe that the security agencies will secure the electoral environment. We believe that the political parties are ready for the election. We believe that the voters are ready for the election. And as an electoral management body, we're also ready for the election. But the truth of the matter is this. Section 178 of the Constitution has made it very clear that one, nobody can conduct the governorship election in Anambra before the 18th day of October 2021. In other words, if you attempt to conduct the Anambra governorship election today, you are not doing anything. What you are conducting is null and void. Because the Constitution says you cannot conduct the election earlier than 150 days to the end of tenure of the incumbent. Secondly, the same Constitution, the same section 178 says that you can conduct the Anambra governorship election on the 16th day of February 2022. That if you do that, you are acting unconstitutionally. So the only thing the commission can do is to conduct the Anambra governorship election between the 18th day of October 2021 and the 15th day of February 2022. In other words, in between this period, if there's a problem in terms of security challenges, the commission can rely on section 26 of the Electoral Act and reschedule the election still within this constitutional window. The question you will now ask is, what happens if within this constitutional window the commission is unable to conduct the Anambra governorship election? That's the question we should ask. There are only three scenarios I have identified as a lawyer. The first is for the president and the National Assembly to rely on Section 180 of the Constitution to extend the tenure of the incumbent governor by a period of 6 months. But this can only be done under special circumstances. That is, if the country is at war in which the territory of Nigeria is physically attacked, then the president can, with the National Assembly, extend the tenure of the incumbent governor by an initial period of 6 months. I do not believe that that particular provision applies in this circumstance, because I am not too sure that the country is at war, and I'm not too sure that the territory of Nigeria has been physically attacked. The second scenario is for the Speaker of the State Assembly to take over and complete the unexpired residue of the tenure of office of the governor. The Section 191 says that the Speaker can only take over to complete the tenure of 4 years and not more. That after that 4 years, the Speaker must get out. And the Speaker can only take over in circumstances when the governor has been impeached, or the governor has resigned, or the governor, one thing or the other has happened to the governor. The last scenario provided by the Constitution is in Section 305 of the Constitution. That if there is breakdown of law and order, or threat of breakdown of law and order, and the president determines that it is unsafe to continue with the business of election, that the president can, through a proclamation, declare a state of emergency in that particular state. I do not think that we should move towards any of these scenarios. And when the president declares a state of emergency, it is only through a proclamation that you will know whether a civilian will be governor, or whether the Inspector General of Police will become the governor of Anambra State, or what happens to the democratic structures in that particular state. But in declaring that state of emergency, the incumbent governor must go. The incumbent governor does not require a letter to say your tenure has finished. The day his tenure finishes, he knows that his tenure has finished. He has to pack his things and leave government house together with the deputy governor. And there is no provision of the Constitution that says that in such circumstances the chief judge of the state can take over. So you now get into a doctrine of necessity, which nobody wants to get into. So that's really the point I'm making. So I think that everybody involved, all the critical stakeholders, must put hands on deck to make sure that we lower tension, and we make sure that the elections in Anambra is organized within the constitutionally prescribed period, so that the people of Anambra will get a governor at the end of the tenure of the incumbent, and then go about their normal their lives and their normal businesses without any form of restraint or hindrance. So I believe that the media has a responsibility to also make sure that we do not give in to unnecessary fear, we do not give in to unnecessary anxiety, and we do not give in to anti-democratic forces to try to dilute our democratic process and then set us back.